Not quite my tempo.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Hello, Air Buddy. Welcome back. It's Multiplex Loves Movies, episode 54. We are here for another one. It's going to be a good one. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I've got a couple of swell people here. Maggie is not here this week. She is deep in the books, studying for miscellaneous next week. Because we gotta defend those titles. She's deep in the books. So I decided to bring in like the fourth best thing, and that is Kaleb Boatman. You are muted. This is why you're the fourth best.
It's better than fifth, so I'll take it.
Fair enough. No, I'm kidding. All love. Yes, we had a great show last week. Boatman, Maggie, and I. And Koho wasn't there, but now Koho's back.
I do have more Jason Derulo quotes prepared if we need them.
That was the singular greatest thing I saw while I was on vacation.
It literally was my favorite moment in Multiplex last week was your booty like 2 planets or whatever it was. That was my favorite thing ever.
I love it.
Fucking great. So guys, welcome to the show. I'm really excited about the show tonight because there's a lot of good stuff that happened this week, especially nerdy stuff that we like to talk about here. But also something else big happened that we kind of talked about last weekend. Theaters opened back up, and that means the box office is back, baby. It looks like shit, but it's back. I have a few things. Unhinged makes $4 million. The studio should be happy. They probably made their budget back in like triple. Number 2, SpongeBob movie. I have to talk about this. Number 3, Words on Bathroom Walls. 4, a Goonies re-release. And then 5, another new movie, Cutthroat City. We talked about the number 1, 3, and 5 last week. Goonies coming out in a re-release, making some money. It makes sense. I'm so confused about SpongeBob. So I didn't realize. So here's what happened. I see it. I'm a big SpongeBob fan. I really am. I love SpongeBob as a kid. I love both of the first 2 movies. I was really looking forward to the third one. It kept getting pushed. And then I saw it on the box office and I went, why have I not seen this movie 12 times? So I did some research. It didn't even come out domestically. It came out internationally in Canada. But for some reason, it's on the domestic list. I'm very confused. I don't understand. But apparently, it is not coming out in the U.S. It is only coming out in Canada in theaters. And then it will be on CBS All Access in 2021.
Wild.
So now I have to get a free trial of CBS All Access in 2021 so I can watch SpongeBob. But again, all this being said, I didn't get to see Unhinged. I saw Inception, the 10-year anniversary instead. That was baller. I know Boatman saw it today, so he can talk about that. But Unhinged making $4 million. I wasn't expecting this thing. This movie would have made $4 million if it had come out like a year ago and there wasn't a big pandemic going on. I didn't think this movie was going to make bonkers money, but to have it make $4 million the first weekend back that theaters are back, this is a good thing. I think this is good. So it's going to be interesting to see what things like New Mutants and Tenet do next week. Koho, your thoughts on the box office?
It's just nice to have a box office report again. I will say I think that was probably the smartest thing Unhinged could do is look at the first weekend that their movie theaters were open, put themselves out there, and just be like, "Hey, you have no other options at the box office but us. And if you want to come see a movie, at least it's a new movie." I remember we were at the Last Crusade, and that trailer played, and I had never heard of it, and I went, "Oh shit, that's probably coming out 2021?" They were like, "Next week." I was like, "Oh shit, Russell Crowe is looking chunky and killing people. Let's go." But yeah, I might see it. Who knows?
I'll probably see it just to see something. This upcoming weekend, the theater in town where I live, not the one I work at, but just another one, is opening. So we're gonna see New Mutants. We're gonna see Tenet. I might just see it just because I crave the look of the screen. It's funny. We saw Inception, and Maggie said that 5 minutes into the movie, she had the gut reaction to reach for the remote to turn the volume down because it was so loud, and then she forgot we weren't in our apartment and we were in a movie theater watching a movie. That's pretty fun. Boatman, you saw Inception today in a theater. Was it magical?
It was so magical. Inception is the movie that made me love movies, so it was great to just be able to see that experience on the big screen. So that was great. I do want to say I will maybe watch Unhinged. If I don't watch Unhinged, I will go to my DVD cabinet and find the Ben Affleck, Samuel L. Jackson movie Changing Lanes and watch that instead because it's the same movie.
Did you see any fun trailers today, Boatman? Because when we saw Inception, we saw a trailer for a new Gerard Butler movie where asteroids are attacking the Earth, and him and who played his wife? Who was his wife? The girl from Deadpool, Marina Baccarin. They were running around, running away from asteroids and shit. It was crazy.
I didn't see that. All the trailers I saw were ones that I'd already seen before, but like Candyman, New Mutants,
yeah,
which
New Mutants as well.
They're still they said that New Mutants was coming out August 28th, and that's not the case.
That is the case. It comes out this weekend.
Okay, but it's not though. It's New Mutants. It's never going to be released.
I saw a Letterboxd review yesterday for it that was like, man, only 6 more days till New Mutants, and the guy logged it for like the date, but the year was like 3064 or like something like that, which I thought was very funny. But yeah, guys, not much to report on the box office, but we have a box office nonetheless. At the end of the show, we'll talk about New Mutants and Tenet and how they're coming out here. But let's move on to the big story of the day, DC Fandom. It was a thing. It happened over the weekend. Greenland. Cody Newberry hitting me with the correct answer. That was the name of the Gerard Butler movie. Anyway, DC Fandom. A lot of stuff dropped. I didn't get to watch a ton of it, only because I was out of town. I didn't get to sit down and actually watch it. But I watched a lot of the content that came out of it. The only panel I did see was the Batman panel. And Sweet Mercy, Mother of God. Let's start with that. My goodness. I believe it was Nick Tuig who said, are they renaming this movie The Vengeance? Because that's what he says his name is. Ha ha ha. I'm excited. This trailer's fucking awesome. I think Cody pessimistically had said DC's cut good trailers before. That is true. The BVS trailers, very good. The Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, all those trailers, Justice League, all of those trailers, good. Movies, not so much. So it's going to be interesting, but I trust Matt Reeves because those 2 Apes movies he did were great. And then what was he did something. Didn't he do Cloverfield?
Yeah, he did Cloverfield.
Yeah, Cloverfield slaps. So I'm just like,
Let Me In is pretty good too.
Oh yeah, no, I liked that movie too. I forgot he did that. So I'm very excited.
Doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss.
He doesn't.
He doesn't miss. I thought the trailer was great though.
It's great.
I thought Robert Pattinson looked great. I thought the suit looked a little strange on first glance, but once it was in action, especially in that moment that Koho showed earlier, the Vengeance moment, I think it looks absolutely great. You hear a little bit of Alfred. I think that my boy Andy Serkis sounds great. Colin Farrell is unrecognizable as Cobblepot. If that was Paul Dano as the Riddler at the beginning there with the tape and stuff, looks amazing. Boatman, I'm going to go to you first. Your thoughts on the Batman trailer?
This movie seems awesome. I'm very excited for it. I was excited when I heard about it because it feels like they're kind of trying to do something a little bit different, going back to the Nolan well without going back to the Nolan well. Going back to the Nolan well in the sense of kind of just trying to do their own thing again. And now it feels like it's more going to be like almost a Fincher-esque type Batman movie. And I'm really excited for that. Like, this feels like Batman 7. And I think that's going to be really awesome. Yeah. And obviously, I think talent behind the camera, all fantastic. I think Pattinson has proved himself to be a great actor. Reeves is fantastic. And that trailer just looks really good. Cody said it. We've seen great DC trailers before for movies that turned out not to be great. But those movies also didn't have the talent behind the camera and the unique tone. I think this one has all the signs to be a great movie.
Scully made a good point in the chat, and I don't often say that Scully makes good points, but he did here. Jeffrey Wright looks fucking great as well as Commissioner Gordon. He's right. Scully's right on the money with that one. He looks fucking fantastic. When the trailer started and he's walking down the hall and the music kicked in, I thought he looked fantastic. I got to give love to J.K. Simmons. I wish that J.K. got to play the role a little more because I think he would have been a great Commissioner Gordon, but Wright looks absolutely fantastic. Koho, something else that Reeves said in the panel was that they've only shot 25% of this movie, and this is the trailer we got.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
That makes me super excited. That 25%, like a quarter of your movie is just this 2-minute trailer. And that's insane. Like I get a gist of where we're going, but if this is only a quarter of what your vision is, holy shit, give me all of it. I think this is a really great direction to take the Riddler. I love the Riddler. He's my favorite Batman villain. So to take him and kind of make him a Seven meets Zodiac style unhinged character is really cool. Paul Dano, I think, is the person who you hear the "if you are justice, please do not tell lies" is like a great moment in that trailer and is super creepy. It took me 2 times before someone pointed out that Colin Farrell is in this trailer as the Penguin. That's him. Give them the Oscar for hair and makeup now, because that's insane. If we're gonna give it to Vice and Darkest Hours for their fat suit makeup stuff, let's give Colin Farrell and the team of the Batman the Oscar now. But it looks great. The Nirvana song under it, I think, is perfect for the ambiance of that movie, and I would never ever choose a Nirvana song to be the under for a trailer, and they crushed it. Everything about this trailer just sold me even harder than I already was. I think we got hints of Giacchino's score in there, and if Giacchino's score is in there, then I'm all for it. I want it to be 2021. I want to watch that movie tomorrow.
Yeah, no, if I could, if literally right now, there's so many movies coming out that I want to see that obviously we haven't gotten to see, like your Black Widows, your Bonds, stuff like that, like that was supposed to come out Soul that we just haven't gotten a chance to see yet. But if I could fast forward and watch anything right now, just based on hype alone, it is this movie.
And his fighting moment, the punch, like the 3 punches in a row.
Good. It's so
like
good.
Watching the Arkham fighting come to life. I was like freaking out when I saw that scene.
That by far is the most hype moment of the trailer. It's
100%.
Again, Cody makes a good point. That means 75% of the movie could be bad. That's very true. It could be. I hope it isn't. I just want to say one more time, Robert Pattinson, bless up. I think he's going to be great. I really do. I think he's going to be fantastic. Whether you just know him as Twilight or not, I think he's going to be great. I've seen him in a ton of other stuff, and like Boatman said, I think he's proven himself. I think it's time. I'm excited. I hope Spence makes a good point. I hope this is a Warner Brothers trailer. If they play this thing in theaters before Tenet, I will lose my fucking mind. So, let's move on to the next thing from DC Fandom. What is it? The Justice League. Yeah, oh boy. Cody Newberry is crying somewhere, and not crying because he's sad, just like you know when you just get so mad, just like tears start to flow. I think that's what's happening. Justice League, the Snyder Cut. It's happening. It's 4 hours long, and it's coming to HBO Max in 2021. We got a trailer. It was set to Hallelujah, which is a bit.
The Hallelujah from Watchmen.
Well, Patrick Wilson like retweeted the trailer and was like, "Hey, I know that song," and I was like, "Yeah, you had sex to it in another Zack Snyder film." I liked the trailer for what it was, mainly because I got to see stuff that it was a mix. It was a lot of new, but it was also updated older stuff. I think we had a conversation a couple of weeks back about the new Steppenwolf look. I think that he looked better in this trailer. They showed the same shot of him coming into Themyscira that was in the theatrical cut, but the updated version of him, I thought it looked good. We get to see Iris in this with Barry. There are a lot of scenes in this trailer that were in original trailers for this movie, like original Comic-Con trailers way back when. I thought it was cool. I'm sold on the Snyder Cut. Like, I'm going to watch it. But yeah, Adelaide Spence, this will not be in Fandom. It is
not in Fandom.
Not a theatrically released film, so it will not be in Fandom. It was all, Unfortunately, we will have to answer questions from the original Justice League, and that pains me. Unless this would be a 4-hour Fandom film that I would like, Adelaide. It's DC. It's true. Also, a weird moment in the trailer. Cyborg and his pops. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. So clearly something changed. Koho,
there's a lot of Cyborg content that got cut from the movie. Apparently, that I was like, whoa.
Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed it. I think as soon as it starts with the Hallelujah from Watchmen, I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. You're gonna be a dick about it, but that's fine. But I enjoyed it. It's a cool trailer. And I think the editing of it at the end, like with the music, where it does the full stop to dark and then just and it's cool. The most baller thing I think they could have done to say, like, hey, this is how much footage we have, is to start your trailer with fucking Darkseid, to like show us Darkseid in the first shot of this thing. Does he look great? Not really. He looks okay. But like, cool. Darkseid is like the first thing I got to see from your trailer, and I've always wanted to see Darkseid in a movie. So like, sweet. I'm as excited for this as I already was. I'm not excited because I think it's going to be perfect and life-changing. I'm just morbidly curious to see what the differences are, and I think it's going to be an enjoyable experience because I do like Batman v Superman, both versions, and I hated Man of Steel. But I am just curious to see where Zach was going and to see what it was originally supposed to be. So is it good? Is it bad? Who knows? But it's probably going to be done and over with when it comes out, and that's what I'm most looking forward to.
Not good, not great. 10 out of 10. Boatman, your thoughts on this?
I saw the trailer, and I was kind of excited. I think the trailer actually looks really good. But a 4-hour-long Zack Snyder movie is not something I need. I'm sorry. I don't need this movie to be 4 hours. I saw the original one, and honestly, my favorite parts of 2017's Justice League are the stuff that feel very Whedon-y. I can't confirm that Whedon did it because we don't know exactly. Well, once we see the movie, we'll know the core difference of what Whedon added. But the stuff that I really like about Justice League was like the banter and the back and forth and the stuff that felt like more Joss Whedon-y. So I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm super excited for this. If I hear it's really good, I'll watch it, but it's not my highlight of DC fandom.
All that would need to happen to ensure that me and Koho did not watch this is one Cody Newberry canceling his HBO Max subscription.
That's true.
If that happened, we wouldn't see this.
I would start a free trial to watch it.
Oh, 100% I would too, but all Cody, just so you know, Cody, all you would need to do is cancel and we'd get it.
I think that would stop like 50% of the population from watching that movie. I think that's who has Cody's HBO. There are like 3 people who actually have HBO Max accounts.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
accurate.
Okay, what's next from Fandom?
This bad boy right here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about it.
Are you not excited for this?
Tim, do we need to have a talk?
Guardians of the Galaxy is a very special film to me. I love James Gunn. I even like the sequel. I thought so this is more just me being disappointed with what we got rather than disappointed in the footage itself. This movie's coming out in August, about a year from now. But the movie's shot That's not to say that all the visual effects and everything are done, but the movie was completed before COVID happened. So I was expecting a trailer. We got a trailer for the Batman, and we didn't get a trailer for this. We got a really cheesy, hey, look, here's the cast list with their character names. I did not like that video. I know a lot of people did. It's okay, Boatman. I didn't really care for that video. I didn't like the music with it. The art style was cool, but I was just expecting more. That being said, I thought the behind the scenes thing was very cool because I like those types of things. I'm the person who buys the Blu-rays and watches all the bonus features. So I liked seeing James talk about the movie. And he even went on to say that this is the biggest movie that he's ever made. That's fucking insane. They called it a 70s war movie. That's exciting to me. So it's again, there was no one thing that made me go, oh, I'm not excited for this. It was just, I wanted to see a more concrete, this is what this movie is. The plot, like, all I needed was Amanda Waller sends the Suicide Squad to go do this at this time because of this. And then I see the stuff that would help me a little bit more contextualize what this movie is. But as of right now, it was just like, hey, look at these explosions. You should be pumped. But I've been burned by Suicide Squad before, whether it's James Gunn, David Ayer, whoever. I just wanted a little bit more. That might be selfish of me, but that's how I feel. Boatman, will go to you next.
70s classic cinema. A goofy tone. These are the things that make a Boatman movie. This is going to be a Boatman movie. Every other movie that comes out in 2021, they are going to be vying for the number 2 spot in my top 10 of the year. The Suicide Squad, the most Boatman movie of 2021 already. If it sucks, I might just go away forever. But this just legitimately, it feels like all the elements that I just really love in a movie. A movie that kind of combines stuff from the past and stuff from now and takes elements from like old and blends comedy and all these other genres into one thing. It just feels like the type of movie I'm going to love. It could end up sucking, but from what we got, because I don't want to judge what we didn't get. I only want to judge only what we actually did get. And what we actually did get, I loved all of that. I think everything that we got made me really excited for this movie. I'll be waiting for a trailer, but we're not getting a movie till 2021 anyway. So
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think?
So I missed one panel of the entire DC Fandom event, and that was the Batman. I didn't get to watch that panel live, but I saw everything else. And of all the panels, this was my favorite one because of what they actually did. So James Gunn came in, answered like 3 or 4 questions, and then they released the character announcement video where we didn't know who anyone was except for the people coming back. We had rumor speculation, so to do that video was really fun for me to like sit there and go, okay, so they're playing that, he's playing him, oh my god, they brought Ratcatcher fucking 2 into this movie. This is a character that is utterly stupid, and I can't wait. It's perfect for a James Gunn movie. Polka Dot Man, like, it just made sense. Every single person they said, I was like, oh, that's totally perfect for a James Gunn movie. Peacemaker, John Cena's character, was the one I was most excited about. And then they kind of explained who he was in the behind the scenes. But when they were like, John Cena's Peacemaker, I was like, fucking perfect. I'm ready. So that character announcement was kind of all I needed. But like, then they spent the whole panel with the actual cast on the call playing games and like bantering, and you got to see their chemistry, and it's like insane. Like Flula Borg and like Michael Rooker were like jabbing back and forth. Like everyone is, you could just tell this group's like a family, which makes me really excited for how this movie's chemistry is going to go. I was really excited when they announced that Idris Elba is Bloodsport, because that's a character who has one claim to fame, and that's he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet. Oh. That's his only claim to fame in the comics. And so I'm assuming they're bringing that into his character in the movie. And I think that'd be cool. But I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really excited to see. This is like a perfect property for James Gunn to play with. And I think, from the behind the scenes video, from the way they all interacted and had fun, this just feels like a movie that he's just having a blast making, and I think that's going to translate when it comes out.
Awesome. All right, what's next?
The next one is probably the dumbest not the dumbest panel, but the most underwhelming one.
Yeah, this is fucking stupid. We can go through this quick. Basically, yeah, I watched the 2 videos they put out. The Rock is playing Black Adam.
Right.
Oh, it's 2011 again. I remember when this news dropped forever ago, and we literally, I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure this news dropped in like 2013.
Yeah. It dropped a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Obviously, their plans for their franchise changed, and that's why it's taken so long. It was an incredibly cheesy teaser of just artwork, and then him being in the background explaining the plot. I get you have to do that because nobody knows who Black Adam is. I think the visuals look cool. If they can adapt that, awesome. But it was just pretty cheesy. It was dumb. I'm excited about the Justice Society coming into play. Hawkman. If Ryan Reynolds actually plays Hawkman, I will die. But yeah, it is what Koho. Go ahead.
So Black Adam should never have his own movie. Like The Rock is taking a character that has a decent corner of the DC universe to himself that we don't ever really explore unless it's a like World War III storyline where they're the bad guys. Black Adam, I'm from that trailer, it sounds like he's playing it like a straight up villain. And if he plays it like a straight up villain, cool. That'd be the first time we get to see The Rock actually be the bad guy and not be like a mildly charming anti-hero.
Yeah.
And like the announcement of the Justice Society being in it is dope. Like seeing the Justice Society in a film is going to be really cool. I want Dr. Fate to be in it, and I think he's going to be. And I think if they bring out the blue dreads and the gold helmet and like get you into the mythology of this team, it's going to be really, really fun. Because that's a team that's like a very 40s and very 50s, and they never really grew out of their own time period. But yeah, I'll see it. I'll see it. And then they announced Shazam 2 is what? Shazam Fury of the Gods.
It's a terrible title.
It's so pulpy, so cheesy. It's gonna work so well for the Shazam movies because they don't take themselves seriously.
Then why did they give themselves such a serious title? Fury of the Gods. That
sounds so pulpy and cheesy.
I miss the days when we could just call things Spider-Man 2. I just want it to be Shazam 2. Why can't we have that?
And the 2 is 2 exclamation marks. There you go.
Warner Brothers, we're doing your job for you.
Call me and Tim. We'll do it for you.
Shazam exclamation point exclamation point. That's your title. Jesus. Okay, Boatman, do you have any thoughts on Black Adam?
Are we letting Nick Mundy from Screen Junkies decide DC's programming? Because I feel like the note was just put The Rock in it.
That's accurate.
I don't know or care who Black Adam is. The Rock's kind of charismatic, so maybe he can pull something out of this movie. But
all right, what's next, Koho?
This is more your realm than mine, but they announced 2 video games.
Yeah, I'll talk about these back to back. So, we get a new Gotham game called Gotham Knights, and then we get a new Suicide Squad game called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Basically, here's the deal with these two. The Justice League Suicide Squad game. You play as the Suicide Squad, and it is from the creators of the main Arkham series, Arkham City, Asylum, and Knight. So it is a sequel, I believe. Yes. I would assume a sequel to those games. You play as the Suicide Squad. In the trailer, you see the Suicide Squad. They do some dumb shit. Superman comes up, and then Superman is not himself. He does not look to be his normal self. It is a cinematic trailer. No gameplay was shown. It's not coming out until 2022. It's a long time away. I didn't like the trailer. I thought the trailer was a little goofy, which is what the Suicide Squad is, but not goofy in a cool video game way. It felt like it was trying to be David Ayer's Suicide Squad, and I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But King Shark looks cool. I think the game looks cool. It's just I need more. This is just an announcement teaser, so it is what it is. The other game, though, Gotham Knights, looks really cool. This is coming from the creators of Arkham Origins. It is not in the Arkham series, and you can play as the Bat family. So you're going to be playing as Batgirl, Red Hood, Nightwing, and Robin. It is a co-op game, so you can play the game either in single player for the entire thing or up to 2-player co-op with a friend. Looks pretty cool. The gameplay looked fun. I'm into it. That comes out next year. That's all I gotta say. We can move on.
Gotham Knights looks cool. Not interested in Kill the Suicide Squad from the trailer, but that sounds like it's going to be the more fun game to me anyway. And Boatman doesn't play anything but Nintendo.
I have a PlayStation 3, and I have both Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So
Perfect.
And they are both very good games.
They are both very good.
And the last DC story, I saved one of my favorite ones for last.
All right.
The Flash.
Yeah, so the Flash is confirmed. It's going to be they didn't I don't think they flat out said Flashpoint, but it's Flashpoint.
It's Flashpoint.
The multiverse, we have confirmed we're getting Michael Keaton as Batman. We are getting Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm sure we'll get more confirmations in the coming months of who else from the Justice League will be in this thing. I'm excited about this. I still don't understand why more people aren't mad at Ezra Miller, but we're not going to get political about that. But don't understand why WB is still supporting that man. But anyway,
I think everyone that I saw, like, that spectated and commented on the entire thing was like, we're straight up just not going to talk about Ezra Miller, are we? All right.
We're just ignoring Ezra Miller. That being said, I do like his Flash.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch the movie. What I'm not excited about is, and this is a very DC thing, which is fine. This movie is going to make my life as a fandom showrunner hell. Because the moment this movie comes out, Kaleb Koho is going to go, Michael Keaton was in The Flash. Does that mean the Tim Burton movies are now part of the DCEU? Does that mean if they have confirmed Tim
this conversation with me?
Tim, we already had this.
Just wait, Tim. Tim, just wait. Just listen to me, Tim. If they confirm that Matt Reeves is Batman and Todd Phillips' Joker are just in an alternate reality, do those stay in the regular DCU? Or if they are an alternate reality of Worlds of DC, are they in the DCEU? So is it all...
How is Skyfall a prequel?
Do we condense them all into one category? What are we going to do, Tim? And then I'm sitting there going like this.
No, but yeah.
All jokes aside, that's not going to happen. This movie will be in the DCU. The Burton movies will stay.
That Bird and Elmo and Grouchland a Muppet movie? More questions answered on next week.
They are not. But anyway, no, all jokes aside, I think this is a cool concept. I'm looking forward to it. I'm into the multiverse theory when it comes to the movies. I think they butchered it on the Flash television show when they did Flashpoint. Thought it was fucking awful the way they handled it. I can't believe I still watch that show. And but I'm excited to see what they do here with it. I hope that the multiverse scares me. It freaks me out. I don't like them because I think it makes people think they can just kind of do whatever they want because it looks cool. I just hope they tell a good story. That's all I want. Koho, you said you were really excited about it, so tell me, what are your thoughts?
So right before the Flash panel, they dedicated an entire panel to explaining the DC multiverse in its movies and TV. And that was really fun. The one thing that they did confirm in the panel is that Ezra Miller got his name, The Flash, from Grant Gustin from the CW crossover. So that is officially part of the DCU sort of canon, is that when he met Grant Gustin, that's how he learned the name The Flash.
Yeah.
Which that's cool.
Yeah.
But like Crisis sucked. Like the best part of Crisis was when you got to see all the other worlds and you saw them for 5 seconds being destroyed.
In the first episode.
But the Lucifer crossover was my favorite part ever. But like this, like the concept art of the new suit and him with Michael Keaton was my favorite thing they released from that panel. It looks dope. I'm just happy that they have both Ben and Michael Keaton in it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I don't like Ezra Miller, but his Flash is okay. The movie's probably gonna be cool. Like the amount of people who have taken a crack at writing this movie is insane. Yeah. Like Grant Morrison, the comic writer, wrote a script of it already. Like they've had so many people come through and pen it. So I hope this turns out to be good. I'm excited for the idea that they just basically were like, hey, everything we've ever made, all exist in the same thing, except for the things you don't like. But they basically did the thing where it's like, if you like it, it exists. And like, that's the easiest way for them to be like, it all happened and you can pick what you like.
It's the Days of Future Past.
Yeah, they basically were just like, hey, Keaton happened, Kilmer happened. They all happened in their own corners of the world. Will we ever see Kilmer in a suit again? Fuck no. But we'll give you Keaton, and that's good enough. I low key hope that in the background of this movie somewhere, Nick Cage just gets to wear the Superman suit. And that would be really fucking fun.
I would be really happy. That would be cool if they did
Nick
that.
Cage gets to be Superman in one of the alternate realities would be really cool. Or there's even just a reference that in the Keaton universe, Nick Cage is the Superman. Like, they were both supposed to be Tim Burton movies. So that's why I was like, that'd be cool. But it was fun. That was a fun panel, and the panel before it was cool. And I'm ready for the Flash.
Boatman, what do you think about the Flash movie?
I won't comment on the Ezra Miller thing because that's a whole can of worms. But I do think that this movie actually looks kind of interesting. I like the idea of dealing with the multiverse. Now, how that's going to affect the grand scheme of DC and DCU, honestly, I don't care. I just want a fun movie at the end of the day. I don't really care too much about how it affects the other movies in the franchise. I just want to see a fun movie. Let's hope we get a fun movie. And I'd like Nicolas Cage in the Superman suit. If we can't get that, just play the Kevin Smith line about the giant spider and him, the producer, wanting to put that in. That's all I want.
Perfect. All right. Let us. That's all the DC news. So that was all the big stuff from DC Fandom. I bet there's more that we missed, but
the one thing I didn't make a headline for is that they are officially making a Static Shock movie, and they brought back that entire imprint of comics back, which is cool.
Cool. So we're gonna, because we're running long because of all the DC talk, we're gonna skip a story. We're gonna move on to actually a trailer that Koho really liked. I also enjoyed it. It's the Death on the Nile trailer. We got it. It's coming to theaters October 23rd. It is a sequel to the 2017?
Yep.
So well, look at me. Movie release dates master over here. It's the 2017 Murder on the Orient Express sequel. Kenneth Branagh's back directing again. I think it looks good. I did not care for the 2017 Orient Express. That's harsh. I just thought it was fine. Yeah. I did not love it. I did not hate it. It was entertaining. I immediately forgot it when I walked out of the theater. Mm-hmm. But this looks good. Armie Hammer looks great. Gal Gadot looks great. The whole cast looks fantastic. I love him as this character, Kenneth Branagh. Even though I forgot the movie. That trailer for Murder on the Orient Express I liked more than the movie because he was at the forefront of the trailer. He was great in the trailer. I thought the trailer was great. I thought this trailer was great. I'm excited. I don't know anything about the story. I'm assuming based on the trailer, Armie Hammer is the one to be killed.
I will neither confirm nor deny anything you predict unless you actually want me to tell you.
We will save it so the fans watching don't
tell you
know
after.
if they don't want to know. But that's what I'm assuming based off the trailer. No, it looks great. I'm really excited. Boatman, what about you?
For me, I didn't love the movie, but I think Kenneth Branagh was legitimately fantastic, and I think he was honestly better than Albert Finney from the original 1974 version. So I'm excited to see him character. And from everything Koho tells me, Death on the Nile is a better story than Murder on the Orient Express. So we'll see how that goes. I've heard that the Peter Ustinov movie is pretty good, so I might check that out at some time.
It is great.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I've never really been the biggest fan of Murder on the Orient Express as a story. I think it's the most overrated Agatha Christie book. And the Lumet movie is really good because it's Sidney Lumet. But I hate Albert Finney in that movie. I think he's a bad Poirot, and Ustinov does it better. Ustinov blows him out of the water. But I love Branagh's take on Hercule Poirot. I think he has a lot of fun with it, and you can tell he's having a lot of fun with it. I thought the 2017 one was fine. It's not a great movie, but it didn't have a great story to back itself off of. Death on the Nile looks really good. I'm really excited. I like this book more. I like the story a lot more. It's a lot more fun. There's a lot more locations than just being stuck on the one train.
It looks more serious.
It is. It's a lot more serious. I think Murder on the Orient Express is a lot more like, ooh, who done it on a train? Get a big cast, because that's what 1974 did. And with this, they're like, we're gonna take like 5 big names, put them in this place with Brana, and give you a story with a lot of good actors in it. And that's what I'm excited about. Yeah, this is my favorite second favorite Agatha Christie book. It's my favorite Poirot story. And this trailer looked really good. It was shot really well. Like the gold hues and everything in the desert and everything. I'm hyped. I want this movie so bad. I'm excited for Death on the Nile.
Well, it's coming out really soon. It's coming out October. Let's move on. Olivia Wilde is in the news. After her, I think it was her directorial debut, right? Booksmart?
Correct.
First movie, yeah. She's moving over to Marvel. Not the good one, but the one that the Sony makes. That's not fair. Sony makes some good movies.
One good movie.
They made Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse is great. But yeah, no, if Olivia Wilde, and she tweeted out a spider, so it's clearly something spider-related. The fans are speculating it is Spider-Woman. That'd be cool. I'm into it. She's great. She did a great job on Booksmart. If it is a Booksmart style movie with like a young Spider-Woman, okay, I'm into it. Let's go. I'm excited. Boatman, what do you think?
I just can't wait for this movie to come out and to be eligible to ask about questions in fandom, so I can just say, not another Olivia Wilde movie question.
That's fair. I deserve that one.
But no, in all seriousness, I think that she did a really good job with Booksmart. I have a big concern with Sony taking a beloved director of an indie movie and putting them right in the head of a big budget Spider-Man movie, because it happened with Mark Webb, and I know Koho likes those movies. I thought they were okay to bad. So that's what makes me kind of worried.
Yeah.
Maybe Olivia Wilde should stick to making like really good indie movies, because I feel like Sony is a little too hands-on, and I feel like a lot of that creativity might get drowned out, but who knows? Could be really great, could not be. We'll see what happens.
Who distributed Booksmart?
Was
I
that?
think it was Annapurna.
Oh yeah,
You're right. It was Annapurna. You're right. That's totally right.
Yeah. If it's Spider-Woman, cool, I guess. Jessica Drew's a character I'm not super interested in. If they made Spider-Gwen, hell yeah. Let's go. Give me a Spider-Gwen movie.
Sure.
Wild. I think taking a high school aged Gwen Stacy with spider powers would be a really fun story with Olivia Wilde directing it, and she'd be able to inject a lot of like life into that character that I think it like we like Haley Steinfeld from Spider-Verse. I think that doing a full movie centered around that character could be really cool.
Did you say Haley Lou Steinfeld?
Did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay,
I thought you did.
I think
He's
you're
just having
PTSD.
flashbacks. Yeah,
It's like you're having PTSD.
That's fair.
But no, I trust Olivia Wilde. I really liked Booksmart. I think if she takes that sensibility and applies it to the right Marvel character, it's going to be a really good movie.
All right, guys. Last thing for today. There's a new movie coming out again this week. My God, we are just wild. The New Mutants is finally happening. We've waited so long, and it's finally here. Hopefully, I swear to God, if I sit down for my 10 p.m. showing on Friday night and they go, guys, the projector has broken, you can't see the movie tonight, I will actually. I'll take an axe to the screen. I don't fucking care. I don't care if this is the worst movie ever. I just need to fucking see it at this point. Koho, are you seeing it this weekend?
I'm gonna see it. I remember they released at Comic-Con the first 5 minutes, and I thought the first 5 minutes were pretty bad. But I hope if the movie's better than the first 5 minutes, cool. I'm worried that I'm gonna sit down at the screen and it's gonna start. We're gonna get the opening credits, and they're gonna just play the first 5 minutes that we saw, and then it's a rickroll, and that's the whole movie. But yeah, I'm gonna see it. I hope it's around.
Yeah,
it's a movie.
Sure. Boatman, what about you?
I don't believe that this movie exists. I think this is like the producers. This is legitimately a ploy to make
A purposeful bad movie.
Not necessarily purposely bad, but purposely like nobody's going to be interested because it kept getting pushed. Nobody's going to think it exists. It's like I feel like this movie is not a real movie. I think if you sit down and watch it, you're gonna get taken away by the FBI. Like,
I bought tickets.
Unplug from the Matrix, Tim. Wake up, people. The Schmodown sheets. What are you doing?
Jesus. Fuck. Wow. The New Mutants in theaters this Friday. Also, Tenet will be having early showings beginning Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Early access with a wide release on Thursday night. I am seeing it on Monday. I am very excited. It's going to be good. I hope. The reviews have been what they are, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So that's this weekend. That's this weekend. What's coming out? We will have reviews of New Mutants and Tenet for you next week. That'll be exciting. We will talk about them. It'll be a good time. Guys, that's the show. We did it. Holy shit. It was a lot of DC talk, but we did it. There's a lot of stuff going around at Multiplex. What day is it? It's Tuesdays. So Tuesday. Tomorrow, YLS is doing what, Koho?
Tomorrow is the best actor, actress, director combos. That is Zach Ford, Lucas Schellbach, Cameron Holtzman, and Andrew Barr.
And then Thursday and Friday, you've got Warzone with Boatman. What is going on this weekend?
Yes, what's going on this weekend? Warzone. You have, if I'm not mistaken, Brian Michaels versus Dustin Mason. And you have Jeff Farley versus Amara Moses. And you have Kirk Kowalkowski versus... No. You have you have Barr versus Zach. Sorry.
That's correct.
Had it stroke.
Also on Thursday is a brand new episode of Fanzone. Fanzone is back this week with a brand new episode. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to pull it up to find out. I believe it is Brian Michaels versus Ryan O'Regan. That is correct. I'm getting a nod. I believe that is correct. So that's coming out this Thursday. That'll be in the morning on Thursday. You'll have all weekend to watch it. That is actually a fantastic match, so be on the lookout for that. And then Saturday and Sunday is Fandom. We've got some good matches. What are those, Koho?
We have your boy Tyler Butler playing my boy Cameron Holtzman on Saturday. And on Sunday, a debut of teams. Half a debut of teams. Technically not wrong. Adelaide Spence and Andrew Barr stepping into the Phantom Team's ring with Bounty Hunters Anonymous, which is Antonio Chavez and Jake Marangoni. They are re-debuting into the world of Fandom. Winner in the tournament. Loser, hedging their bets. So that's coming up on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep, and then there is a new episode of 2X Trivia Night as well on Sunday night. If you haven't seen the first two episodes, go check those out. Those are really fun. And then Monday night is a new episode of Miscellaneous where Maggie and I... at the end of Miscellaneous last week, me and Maggie called out a couple of fucking chumps. And Nick Twohig and Nick... I can't even remember. Nick Carley. See, I'm stuttering because I'm so upset because these fucking chumps, we call them out and...
That's not very nice, Tim.
What was that?
Fucking champs? Was that the word you meant?
I did not say champs. I said chumps.
Sounded like champs to me. Well, here's what you don't know. Maggie might be over there in the books studying the miscellaneous.
I'm watching her do it.
Yeah, well, Nick has been studying every event ever and has mastered the time hop category. So
I have.
We will officially, Nick, unless we didn't really talk about this backstage. So if I'm totally overstepping, totally fine. Just let me know. But we will accept your challenge.
I am accepting this challenge as well.
Yeah. So
yikes.
Bring it on. We know all the miscellaneouses, and thank you for giving us the opportunity. By the way, it was very kind of you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. I just know, what people don't know, and I'm just going to be brutally honest here. The Knights of Ren, fantastic team, but every fucking meeting, Nick is like, I miss Nick so much. I'm like, why don't you rub it in my wounds a little more? Yep. Okay. All right. Why don't you just rub it in more? So I'm giving you this opportunity.
Okay.
Use it. We'll see what happens. Yep. Try and take these belts took him from a couple of chumps, and I'll defend him from a couple chumps. I think Nick's frozen.
No, he might be frozen. Oh no.
That beautiful ass smile. God damn. Okay, well.
Of course, he got the perfect frozen space there. Of course.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Anyways.
It's absolutely beautiful. But yes, that's going to be Monday night at 8 EST. Your List Sucks. Or no, I'm not Your List Sucks. Jesus. I'm Multiplex Loves Movies. And we're playing Nick of Time, the comeback. Guys, thank you for watching Multiplex Loves Movies. We'll see you very soon next week with another new episode. Bye-bye.
You're still here? It's over.
She's out of our hair, and just when I dare to care, she says, au contraire, you're my pair of friends. I love you.